Hi everybody, Paul here from Ballistic Blood Bullets with a Shameless DVD plug. Haha! Yes, a new Shameless release. The instantly recognised yellow DVD outer casing, and this is for the 1980 classic from the crime genre, the Italian crime genre, Lucio Fulci's Contraband, also known as The Smuggler. And yes, we do get to see that gory shot in the movie. Gun to the mouth, brains to the back of the skull and out of the other side. Very gory stuff indeed, and the movie is replete with many a scene like that. But we'll talk about the film in a minute. Let's have a look around this new Shameless fan edition release of the film. It's newly restored to its full uncut release, which is always very, very welcome. Great releasing company, Shameless. They do deliver some of the great, lost, infamous, famous, great classics going back many decades, predominantly films released from the 70s and the 80s, all the goodness of the politically incorrect movie enjoyability that we all have fun with. Pure escapism, great action, lots of horror. But here with this one, Contraband, Lucio Fulci's Contraband. Lucio Fulci, of course, perhaps best recognised for horror classics like Zombie Flesh Eaters, The Beyond, The House by the Cemetery. But he did make many different movies in quite a few different genres, and the crime genre, the Italian Euro crime genre, was one of those, and this is a very, very good release from that genre indeed. Made in 1980, so just tipped over outside of the 1970s, when there was an abundance of the crime police movies, Italian-made action films. But this is nonetheless very, very cool indeed, and very welcome from Shameless. Now, of course, another great thing about the Shameless releases is that we do get reversible cover art, and what we're looking at is the reverse of this particular release of Contraband, The Smuggler, and this is the Italian poster artwork release of the film, and this can be found on the reverse. But let's just sweep across as well. Look at the interior of the DVD casing, that nice Shameless yellow colouring, and there's the gory goodness in all its resplendent bloody spray splatter. Contraband. I'm pleased to say that this is a all-region free PAL release, so it is compatible with all DVD players the world over. Really good news indeed. And just as well to briefly touch upon the original DVD release of the uncut version of the film, which is from Japan Shock, which I also have as well, and this also does come in 1:85:1 full uncut version of the film. As you can see, it is pretty much the same style of artwork that is used for the reverse cover artwork there for the Shameless release. So that's a nice comparison piece, and that is the original uncut DVD release there of the Japan Shock DVD. Let's just have a quick look on the reverse as well, just to give you a nice taste of the flavour of the goodness that is the movie, and some recognisable pictures there as well. But there it is in all its goodness. Wonderful, wonderful stuff indeed. Now, not only do we get the reversible and very welcome artwork for this Shameless release, the cool thing about getting in early to pick up this Shameless fan edition of the movie is that it does come with the limited first release issue of the Lenticular slip card. So there we have the same artwork on the front of the DVD, but hopefully you can catch this. There we have the gun, not only in the mouth, but showing that gory, bloody spray goodness coming out of the back of the head as well, with the goodness and the greatness that is lenticular. I don't think lenticularism is a word, but if it isn't, I may have just coined it, lenticularism. But that's pretty cool, isn't it? Now, I don't know how many of these first released fan editions there are with this lenticular card, but I suspect it's best to get in early to be able to pick it up. It may be that it's limited to something like 1,000, I don't know for sure, but that is a very, very cool little lenticular card that is just part of the fun and goodness of this particular release. And this was available on Amazon for a very fair £10.25, so not too bad at all. Now, of course, what happens is that the lenticular card, literally, it does sit in nicely with the DVD. It just slips in with the underneath the protective front cover, and there we have it. Just sits in on top, nestles in nicely, doesn't really move about, and there we have the movie with the lenticular cover goodness for the movie. So here we have it, Lucio Fulci's Contraband 1980, also known as The Smuggler, and also The Naples Connection, amongst several other titles that were used around the world as well. This one stars Fabio Testi, and it's about small-time cigarette smugglers who come up against cocaine dealers set in operation by a rival smuggler who's looking to make it big in Naples. It's a violent Italian crime action movie split over the decade of the 70s, just trickling into the 80s, this one, which of course the 70s being the heyday of the popular genre. And with Lucio Fulci directing, there is of course more than a smattering of graphic gruesomeness to enjoy about this one, such as the infamous close-up of a woman having her face melted off by a blowtorch. Incredible stuff, so realistic. And of course one of the big things that had problems with the UK censors. It is truly an incredible scene to watch, quite uncomfortable viewing, but so realistically done. Very, very cool use of practical effects for that one. It's a brutal and uncompromising slice of Italian crime cinema that shows Fulci was more than just a horror filmmaker, but indeed a rather good movie director across many genres. This is the restored cut of the film, the uncut 93-minute release. Region 2 PAL release running time was some 5 minutes shorter when it first came out in the UK. That's a lot of violence and gore that was cut out, but this, thankfully from Shameless, is the full uncut version of the movie. And when the film first came out in the UK, it was of course on VHS 18 certificate, and had a running time of about 87-88 minutes compared to this uncut version of 93 minutes. 185:1 widescreen and 16:9 anamorphic friendly, English dubbed or original Italian with English subtitles. So something for everybody, and a movie that can be enjoyed by fans of the genre and also of Lucio Fulci. This limited early edition comes with the lenticular that we just looked at. Excuse me. The lenticular we've just looked at. It's a card, just slips in as we've seen, and another fantastic edition from Shameless. Music of this one is by Fabio Frizzi, very famous, and the Italian music, scenario, fabulous stuff, really very, very cool. Goodness from Shameless. Let me know if you've seen this one. Let me know if you're picking this particular edition up. But for me, very, very pleased to have this one. And the Lenticular card just adds that little extra goodness to it. And let's just have another little look at that blood spray coming out. Goodness, absolutely fantastic stuff. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. See you soon. Bye for now.